In this tutorial, I will show you how to enter your data and graph your data for the Atwood machine lab that we did in class. So the first thing that you want to do is open up Logger Pro. To do that, you're going to go down to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You can't see it on here, but it'll say Start. You click on the Start button, and you'll go up to, it says Vernier Software, or I'm sorry, Math and Science, and then Vernier Software. And then Logger Pro. And so once you have the program open, it'll look like this. And the first thing we want to do is we want to enter our data. But before we can do that, we want to change the columns so that they're named not X and Y, but instead acceleration on the Y-axis. And so I double-clicked on Y to pull this screen up. And I typed in the name acceleration, and short name is A. Units are meters a second squared. And then I click on done. Double click over here on X, and we're going to call this mass. Short name M. And the units are grams. I think most of you probably measured mass in grams. And then we're going to click done. And then we're going to just enter our data, and I'm just going to put in a few points so that we can see the trend. You'll probably have a few more data points than I do when you enter your data. And you can see on the graph as I'm entering my data that the data points are sort of showing up as I'm typing them in. Again, you'll probably have a few more than I do, but I'm just typing in some so that we can all see the trend here. Okay, so now that I've got my data in, I'm going to click on the blue A button up here to scale my graph so that I can see it a little better, because right now everything's kind of bunched in down here at sort of below 10 meters a second. So I'm going to click up here on the blue A button, and now I can see my data, and it looks like I might have an errant data point here, one that doesn't really fit the trend. So let's see, that's probably at 120, 140, 160. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and get rid of that one for right now, just so it's not throwing us off here. So, and notice how I just deleted it out of there. It doesn't change anything. So now I can see my graph, and I can see my data, and I can see the trend in my data, right? So the question that you need to ask yourself is, what's happening to the acceleration of the whole Atwood system as the mass of the thing is increased? And so if you look at increasing masses going this way on the x-axis, it's easy to see that the acceleration is becoming less and less and less as the mass was increased. So, and maybe even if we just zoom out one, we can get sort of a better feel for how that looks. So now we've got the data graphed. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to start to do a little bit of the analysis.